Did you know that 30% of Earth's ice-free surface is used to grow crops? And they aren't for us, they are for the chickens, pigs, cattle, and other meat we eat every day. And to grow those crops and water our animals, farmers use 1/3 of the world's freshwater supply. Some may say, we can cut down, they're vegetarians, or my favorite, it helps regulate the environment. But we can't cut down. The livestock sector produces 285 million tons of meat a year, or 80 pounds of meat per person. The worst part in all of this isn't the environmental effect or the toll it takes on our bodies. It is that we won't/can't be stopping anytime soon. Companies pay farmers to help them pay off debt, but demands they continually upgrade houses. And if the farmer does not follow demands, the company threatens to end the contract. And each grower house costs around $280,000 to $300,000. According to Gale, the more red meat you eat increases the chances of cancer, heart disease, and premature death. If you eat red meat, you have a 40% higher chance of getting colorectal cancer and a 30% higher chance of early death. And the chemicals that the animals are fed before they die remain in our food when we eat it. This can cause, in some cases, the consumer to become resistant to antibiotics. Not only is meat bad for our bodies, but also for our environment. 51% of greenhouse gas emissions are caused by animal agriculture. And because of the nitrogen fertilizer used in a lot of crop growth to feed these animals, nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas, is emitted in the process. Many of the fertilizers and pesticides used in crop growth can run off when it rains because of misuse. This puts toxins in water that our animals drink, and we are eating those animals. By eating meat, we are voluntarily poisoning ourselves. As farming is becoming more industrialized, more animals are being placed on smaller pieces of land, so more animals can be farmed at once. With this overcrowding in farms, many of the animals face many physical challenges that aren't healthy or natural. For example, on dairy farms, the cows that are milked are constantly kept hormonally pregnant so they can be milked all the time. Or that fact that on most chicken farms, chickens are kept in dark tunnel houses with hundreds of chickens at once, and most never see sunlight during their whole lifetime. And these chickens that live in dark houses, they are fed hormones so they grow twice as fast. In 1950, a chicken would take 70 days to grow before it was eaten. In 2008, a chicken is fed hormones and is only raised 48 to 49 days before it is killed. And in 2008, the chicken breasts eaten are twice the size of those in 1950. With all the rapid growth of the chicken, its bones can't keep up with the rapidly growing body, and this causes the chicken to only be able to walk a few steps at a time before falling down. With all the weight gain and the chicken not being able to be very mobile, they eventually die. And the chickens that die are usually just thrown away or composted, not used for eating. The chickens that don't die are property of the company paying the farmer. People paid by the company come in the middle of the night to take the chickens to the slaughterhouses. They come at night because the chickens are calmer and are laying down. These people taking the chickens kick them around and throw them into big cages altogether to transport them. It is animal abuse that is being covered up because we don't want to come to the realization that the food we are eating is terrible and the human race is in the wrong. Meat is unethical and we are destroying our only planet just to quench some cravings.